In this verse, Krishna tells Arjuna to treat pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat in the same way, and then engage in your duty. Thus, you shall not incur bondage. At first glance, this verse may sound like a call to emotional detachment, but Krishna is not asking Arjuna to become indifferent. He is asking him to develop equanimity, the capacity to remain inwardly steady amid life's changing circumstances. According to Adi Shankaracharya, this verse introduces the discipline of samatva, or evenness of mind. The wise person performs action without being disturbed by success or failure because they recognize that outcomes are never entirely within their control. Similarly, Eknath Easwaran observed that most human suffering comes not from events themselves, but from our attachment to preferred outcomes. We want pleasure without pain, gain without loss, victory without defeat. Krishna reminds us that these pairs are inseparable aspects of life. Wisdom lies not in avoiding them, but in remaining centered while experiencing them. A powerful example comes from the life of Ignaz Semmelweis, a 19th century physician. When working in maternity hospitals, he discovered that hand washing dramatically reduced deaths from childbed fever. His findings were supported by evidence, yet many colleagues rejected and ridiculed his ideas. Semmelweis could have abandoned his efforts in frustration. Instead, he continued advocating for practices that would save lives. During his lifetime, he received little recognition and faced significant opposition. Only years later did the medical community fully appreciate the importance of his discovery. He acted according to truth and conscience rather than allowing praise or criticism to determine his actions. This verse challenges us to examine our own lives. How often do we delay taking action because we fear failure? How often do we judge ourselves solely by outcomes? Whether we are raising children, pursuing research, building a business, caring for loved ones, or following a spiritual path, Krishna's teaching remains the same. Focus on right action, not on controlling results. When we learn to meet pleasure and pain, gain and loss, victory and defeat with greater balance, we discover a deeper source of strength, one that does not depend on circumstances. Here is the verse. Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayau tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamavapsyasi. Thank you.